Tehseen Poonawalla continues to be with me. Jyothsna, Tirunagari spokesperson of the ruling TDP in Andhra is with me. And Dr. Zakaria Abbas is a prominent Bengaluru resident who will be speaking on this as well. Welcome to all of you. Ms. Jyothsna, to you first. The language used by Nara Lokesh is very appealing on social media. So I'm not surprised that it has gone viral. It has clearly triggered a sharp reaction from across the border in Karnataka as well. Defend the comment made by Nara Lokesh. It's a very serious issue, but it appears that he's taking pot shots across the border.
Good evening, Shiv, and also good evening to the fellow panelists. I think काम करने वाले काम करते हुए जाएंगे और जलने वाले जलते जाएंगे. That's the only thing I can say, because again, this is not the, I think we didn't initiate it at the outset. We were called parasites. We were called many other words that I don't want to state and, probably use in your channel at least. But the point is, we are doing our work. Ours is the youngest state. We are offering the best of industrial policies. We are trying to move investors into our state because we require 20 lakh jobs for our, youth in our state, and we are working towards it. We have never ever spoke a single word against Bengaluru, or we have never ever spoke a single word against any other state or any other city for that matter. But constantly, for the past 3-4 instances, if you see, if somebody talks something about Bengaluru and probably and we say that, okay, what's wrong in inviting a company if they think that our, a place where they want to go, they have less infrastructure, then what is wrong in we inviting them to our state because we have good infrastructure in the state? Simple. Then why they have to be, scared of us, or why they have to talk ill about us? Because that was what was initiated by them, Shiv. We haven't initiated it. And today, even when we are trying to get the best for our state, they still have a problem with it. They keep calling us parasites. They keep calling us what all, nonsensical words. So definitely we say that we are here to achieve. We are here to do good for our state. We are here to get good investments for our state, and we'll get it. And subsequently, if Andhra Pradesh gets, definitely India will also...
No, of course. There's no doubt about it. There is no doubt about it. We are one country, but this is healthy competition between two states that has become a little ugly. Some would say it's ugly. Some would say, ye to chalta hai between states. It doesn't matter. A little bit of fun and games, a little bit of, social media heat never bothered anyone. Tehseen, how do you see this? Nara Lokesh says, they say Andhra food is spicy. Seems some of our investments are too. Some neighbors are already feeling the burn. One can laugh it off and say this is social media and, this kind of language is okay. It's par for the course. All's fair in love, war and investment. What do you think of it? And Tehseen, you're a social media star as well. So you're wearing two hats today.
No, but see, this is a fight. Thank you for the kind words, Shiv. This is a fight between two Nepo kids in two different states, both Nepo kids. But the fact of the matter is, when you're a minister in a state government representing your state and then of course the union, you must be mature and have gravitas in your comments. You can't behave like a teenager just out of college trying to get attention of your IT social media cell. And I'm saying this on both sides because both have an IT cheerleader team cheering them. First, let's go to Andhra. Congratulations to Ms. Jyothsna and to Andhra Pradesh. They got the Google. I would have liked Karnataka getting it. They got it. But ultimately, Team India wins, right? We need service sector and we need Web 3.0 to come to India. So India wins. This is good competition. But competition should be healthy. It should not be name calling and unnecessarily, to use a social media term, fingering one another. Why would you need to do that? When you use terms like parasites or something, these are terms said by some people else. It's not used by people maturely who are in government. So of course, Nara again is a Nepo kid. He will do what he has to do because he's got everything on a platter. On the other hand, to Karnataka. Karnataka has been the leader in IT along with Telangana and Hyderabad. Don't lose that position. Go out of the way, make industrialists feel comfortable, because this is our country. These are job creators. For all the welfare we need to do, we need money, and money does not grow on trees. It's industrialists who serve our country. The new generation needs it. So let's not attack people. Be nice, work with people, and try and have healthy competition rather than using these terms for each other. That's my advice to both the Nepo kids who are currently fighting, and both are ministers.
Before I go to Dr. Zakaria Abbas, I want to come back to Jyothsna for a moment on that. Jyothsna, Tehseen, he doesn't belong to the Congress party, but he says, this is serious stuff. This is job-generating investment. Not the place for teenage Nepo kids and adolescent antics. How would you respond to that? He's serious, says Tehseen.
We are serious. We are serious in getting investments for the country as such. If AP gets, country gets. Simple. Now, I have highest regard for Tehseen ji, because we have been on several debates together, and with due respect to him, Nepo kids, I hope he calls all the other people also the same, but probably he used the wrong term for Mr. Nara Lokesh, because he has proved himself. He is from Stanford. He has fought in the state in opposition for 5 long years against a government which was absolutely ridiculous government, and he has fought with it and won with the highest majority. He has stood by the people of his constituency, even though he has lost in that constituency. I hope you know you should know the credentials of a person before you. Probably the word you have used now, Tehseen ji, name calling a person. Now, sir, the point is, we have never ever spoken about Bengaluru, or we have never ever spoken about Kannadigas, or we have never ever spoken about any other state. For us, our state matters. For us, our the opportunities we give for our youth matters, and we are here to promote our state. We are here to create opportunities for our state. Not by snatching away opportunities, but every crisis gives you opportunities. We believe in that. And that's the reason wherever there is a crisis, we say definitely the state will benefit out of it. And we are going.
I take your point. I take your point. But Tehseen, you wanted to answer Jyothsna, because the overall picture is, why not? We are entitled to some bragging rights. Is the message going out saying, we've won this massive investment. What's the big deal? Be a sport. Take it like a man.
And Shivji, I'm sorry, Tehseen ji, I'll just...
Absolutely, and congratulations. You deserve it. But, sure, please.
Yeah, just 2 seconds. And just for one clarification.
Please go on.
In our state, we have filled all the potholes in 3 months once we formed the government. Thank you. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Tehseen ji.
See, the fact of the matter is they won this bid, and congratulations for them. But in victory, we must show grace and humility, and in defeat, we must stand straight. I don't think what Nara Lokesh tweeted was becoming of a minister or several minister like him. And every Nepo kid has a struggle story. The fact is Nara Lokesh is where he is because he's Chandrababu Naidu ji's son, and the fact is Chandrababu Naidu ji is the chief minister because he was the son-in-law of a popular actor and politician. This is nepotism all across Indian politics. It's everywhere. Let's accept this fact and move on. I would love a struggle like his where he goes to foreign universities and has to struggle with absolute security. This is the struggle every poor Indian wants. So thank you for that.
Let's get the person who's not involved in the politics to comment as well. Dr. Zakaria, you've had a big smile on your face throughout this. What do you think? If you're on social media, then what Nara Lokesh has said is actually quite tame. No big deal. Come on, no big deal. This kind of thing happens. But this will hurt because he has said, Karnataka is feeling the burn. So I'm not surprised that DK Shivakumar has given it back.
Well, thank you so much for the invitation, Shiv. My perspective is a little different here as a citizen. I'm not involved in politics. Bangalore cannot be defined by one investment decision. Google's project in Andhra Pradesh is a victory for India. We need to grow as a country and as a whole. For over 3 decades, I think the viewers are well aware, the Silicon Valley of India, Bangalore has been the nerve center of India's innovation economy, from AI to IT, from biotech to startups. What we built here is not something that can be copied overnight just by offering lands or subsidies. It's an entire ecosystem of world-class institutions, global companies, a culture of creativity, and the talent we are producing at a daily basis. I'm a doctor myself, and I pass through the corridors of corporates. Yes, we do have challenges, infrastructure challenges, potholes, roads, urban congestion? Well, that's something which every growing city like San Francisco, London faces. If you see our Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. D.K. Shivkumar, and under the leadership of Mr. Siddaramaiah, they have taken the criticism constructively. See, constructive criticism is great, but constant criticism makes no sense. Well, out of 10,000 potholes, 5,000 have been cleared and things are happening. If anything, this so-called investment rivalry should serve as a wake-up call for the policymakers, which as a citizen, we are seeing this because there's a day-to-day update. The government is doing its best to update the citizens. While some may try to burn Bangalore with comparisons, and I think the fact remains the global tech map begins with Bangalore. And
Yeah,
Mr. Narayan
but that is why it's a big deal. But don't you think that is why it's a big deal, Dr. Zakaria?
Yes, it is. But then when we're talking about the tweet of Mr. Nara Lokesh, our neighbors, are jealous. Well, I don't know how serious a politician can get. Well, if it's a joke, fine, let's take it lightly. But the whole debate around it doesn't make sense. Andhra Pradesh is just a few hundred kilometers from Bangalore. If
Yeah.
Bangalore is the Silicon Valley of India, and we're so happy as a Bangalore citizen, we're so happy even Andhra Pradesh is picking up. Well, we're two neighbors. Imagine the south of India is
The best outcome, the best. I completely agree with you on that front, though I don't agree with you, Dr. Zakaria, on whether criticism should be limited. It should be. The people who are saying it have no axe to grind. They literally have their companies and industries there. They have every right, being honest taxpayers, to expect world-class infrastructure. And like you said, the Bengaluru and Karnataka, the first stop as far as IT services are concerned. But Jyothsna, to you, at the end of the day, everyone wants what is good for India. But this is healthy competition between states as well. We cannot ignore the fact that there is a federal structure in this country, and states like yours will always be competing. And maybe it is in that context that Nara Lokesh, who has finally bagged a really, really big deal, after coming to power, felt the need to, brag about it a little bit. Maybe a little uncharacteristic.
It's not bragging. I wouldn't term it as bragging, Shiv. The only thing is,
It's totally bragging. Come on.
No, listen, Shiv, listen. What I mean to say is, जब बार हमें कुछ बोला जा रहा है, तो कभी ना कभी ऐसा लगता है कि जब when you have got a huge hit, चलो भाई एक बात तो बोल दे. It's on a very lighter note, I would say, first and foremost, because I'll tell you one thing. And if I have to speak the truth, in Bengaluru also, we have most of people from Andhra Pradesh stay there. They live there. They work there. So definitely, it's not like we don't want anything bad for Bengaluru either. But at the same time, what we are trying to point out is, if there is anything that there is, somebody is asking you, saying that the investors are telling you, probably sort it out. As a fellow citizen, I can just say you that, sort it out instead of, literally crying on us. That's what, and both the other panelists, one Mr. Tehseen ji and my other co-panelists, I would have loved, Shiv, if they would have spoken in the same tone when Mr. Kharge ji spoke of Andhra Pradesh. I would have loved it. Literally, I would have loved it. In the same tone, if they would have spoken the same day, saying that, नहीं, जो आप खरगे जी, प्रियांक खरगे जी बात करें ना, वो भी गलत है. उस दिन अगर उन लोगों ने यही टोन में अगर बात किया होता ना, I would have been literally happy.
I'll give the last word to Tehseen. Tehseen, you want to respond to that?
No if and no but. I said both are Nepo kids. You don't put down other states. Ultimately, Team India wins. I don't think we should be putting other states down. I think competition should be positive and it should not be. So I'm not a hypocrite. I think you should not do it. I think we should brag nicely about what we got, not by putting others down. I think we should rise high, not put others down. I'm very clear about it. If somebody's done it from this side, I'm ready to say it on national TV. That's also wrong. But I still stand by it that Nara Lokesh is a Nepo kid.
Okay. We'll leave it there for the moment. Thanks very much to all three of you for being with me on this.